Hi and welcome back to my channel after like a few months. Well, it felt like it. But today I was thinking I'll make a video about how I shade and draw eyes. So the first thing we're gonna start with is how I draw eyes. Usually your eyes have this kind of shape where you have two lines for the top like this. And you have one line, around one line, you can also do two for the lower eye. And I always draw the pupil like pretty big because it's like my art style. I just try to cover half of the eye from the inside up with the pupil, like this, around like this. Well, yeah. Yeah, gotta redraw that. Wait a second. There. Also, most anime eyes have a little rule, I guess, I don't know, called, I don't know if this actually has a name, but like, where you have the lower part thinner than the upper part of the eye. Like I'm doing right here, I'm making the upper side a little bigger and try to like kinda blend it in so it turns a little thinner in the end. Sorry if I get some stuff wrong, English is not my first language. And yeah, that's basically how you draw an eye, I guess. But there's also I think my father just laughed. I don't know if you can hear it. So there's like thing where you draw the eyelid. Like I always draw it like around, try to get it close to the eye when it's like open. When it's closed, I leave it a little more far away from the eyelid because it's making sense. I don't know. So I usually draw it as small as the start of the eye from the upper side. So I draw it pretty small. Then the eyebrow. I usually draw an eyebrow like that, as long as the eye. Pretty simple, but yeah. That's basically it on how I draw the eye. Also, I got it. Wait, let me change that. Okay, so this is how I basically draw an eye. Now, eyes come in all sizes and shapes, so you can also draw your eye around really round and big. Like this is just an example, because it always depends on what your art style is and what you're doing, like what you focus on, what's special in your art. It always depends. And you can also make the eyebrows smaller, the expression different, whatever you want to do. You can also add eyelashes. It's your thing. It's literally your art style. It always depends on what you like, what you want it to look like. Also, eyes can look big and round. Eyes can also look very, very small. Like I'm trying to draw here, wait. It can also look like this. Like, I don't know what that calls. But you can also draw them like this. It always depends on what you want to draw. So if you don't get stuff right, like the person you're trying to copy, but please don't copy actual art like trace art or steal it or actually try to copy that art. It's not good for artists. But when you try to copy a certain art style and you still make it in your own version, it's fine. It's totally fine. Editing Casey here. I mean, you can replicate another style in your own version. I mean that you can like try to make it a bit different, like your own version of it, but please don't copy other art, because the artist spent so much time on it making it look good that other people just copy it, it's really not nice, okay? Just don't do it, okay? Please. So yeah, eyes come in all shapes and sizes. It's your decision what you're doing, and it's not bad if you don't get the eye right at the first time. It's totally fine. You can always practice more, do whatever you want, and yeah, it's literally free to do. It's free to draw your own eyes, your own art style, but you can always look up tutorials and all that to learn. Like, I'm trying to make a good tutorial. I'm obviously not good at it. I never tried to make one. But anyway, this is literally how I draw an eye. Pretty simple. Upper eye has 2 lines, lower eye 1 line, an eyebrow, and eyelid, and a pupil. Now onto how I shade eyes. So the first thing I do is I make a layer beneath the actual line art. I select the thing I want to shade first, which would be the pupil. Let me just do that real quick. There. So the first thing I do is I pick out a main color. I think I'll use yellow for it, if I can actually like make it yellow. Wait a second. There we go. Do I like it? Actually, I think I would go for a more green, yellowish. I don't really like this color. Wait, let me just like do this. And there we go. I like this color really much. I don't know why. It's pretty nice. So when you got your base color, the color of your eye, which I think is yellow, we'll move on to making a layer above the main color of your eye, which is still under the line art. I make everything under the line art. So you will take a very dark shade of the same color you just picked out, like this. Make a little bow thing, like I can't really describe this good. Make a little bow thing above it and fill out the rest from above. Then you'll make the actual pupil. I don't know how I'm really supposed to describe it, but then you're making the actual pupil like this. It should look like this. And you like go to filters, then you choose a blur tool. I usually use wait, what is that called? Oh my god, wait a damn minute. Gaussian, oh my god, Gaussian blur. What is that name? Anyway, I usually blur it like a little bit, so it's like a bit shaded in. Then I make another layer beneath the dark layer of the eye. Put the same color there and get out the blurring tool and blur it a bit, so it's like trying to blend in with the base color of your eye. You can also do a different, you can also take like the, what is it called? The airbrush tool, exactly. I sometimes forget words, that's so bad. Anyway, I'm just trying to adjust it a bit. This looks very complicated to me right now. I don't know why. We'll just skip that. So I kind of got it to my liking, I guess. It's pretty okay, I guess. So after you're done with the blending it, you'll make a layer above, above your whole eye coloring stuff, but still under the line art. And then I usually just take the base color of the eye and take the airbrush tool and choose a very more neon color of the actual base color of the eye, which would in this case be an kind of yellowish brownish neon color. I don't know what to call it. I just see it as brown yellowish. I don't know why. Actually, why are we using these slider thingies? It's like really hard to color pick stuff. I'm gonna change it the next thing. Wait. And then you like shade a tiny bit, like gently shade it on the lower thing, like this. Should look a bit like this, like a bit glow. Like a glow. Like a glow is crazy. Okay, after that I take black and shade the upper eye to blend in with the dark area we made at the beginning of the shading. So after that I will make a layer above all of the shading we did for the eye color, still under the line art, and I will take a white but slightly more into the base color of the eye. Then you just like try to find out where to put your little highlights, and I will usually put them with the pupil like this, like I'm doing right now, or I'm at least trying. I don't know. Help me. So this should be it. And sometimes when I just feel it's looking a bit, I don't know, it's looking a bit too less, I don't know how to say that. It's not feeling alive, exactly. I take a bit more of the colors that are to the other side of the base color, like from yellow it would be a little orange or green. You can choose and then you can play around with the shading. I usually don't know what I'm doing with that. But yeah, this should be the finished result of the pupil. Now we will go on to the inner side of the eye, which is the, what do you call it? Wait a second. I chose the name white thing from the eye because I don't know what it's called. Sorry. Anyway, I like look where I want the white thing to start and end. Obviously, for me, it starts at the end of the eye. It's pretty weird, I know. But then I look where it ends. Starts. Oh my god, I don't know. But anyway, I just try to make a line so I can like color in it instead of just having to do another layer and trying to erase the stuff that I don't need. But anyway, you see what I'm trying to do? Like I'm trying to like make a line like this. And then I just, you know, fill it in and select this area. So what I usually do for my shading is, wait, let me fill this in with white first. Yeah. So yeah, I think I missed a few spots anyway. So this should be what you want, I guess. I don't know if you want that. It's your opinion of what you want. I'm not trying to force anyone. Then I usually take a purplish blue, a dark purplish blue. We love my pronunciation. A dark purplish blue. Yeah, I don't know. And then you will just like make it as much as the dark color of your eyeball goes, like the dark shading of your eyeball that you have made. And then I take a dark blue and put it over the purple. And then optional, you can take an orange, red, or a lighter color. It's what you want. It depends on what you want to do with your shading. Actually, you don't have to follow my rules, but it's just for you to have, I don't know, take some inspiration, I guess. So I usually put some orange there to match the going lighter into the actual white. Then I take my Gaussian blur, I still don't know how to say it, and blur it like, I don't know, 3 times. You can also try frosted glass, but I don't like that technique because it always does that thing where it goes everywhere except for where it's actually supposed to go. It's pretty bad, okay? I don't like it. So I use Gaussian blur several times, and then I adjust the opacity to my liking. It depends on what you want. I usually take like from 75 to around 55%. You can also pick between that if you want to. I just realized I think I'm talking like really loud, even though I'm just whispering. Oh my god. Anyway, I just said I'm whispering. It feels like I'm making ASMR. Please don't do this again. I realize I'm not going to do that ever again. I once did that and showed it to my friend, and my friend was like, that's cringe. No, anyway. Yeah, that should be it for me. Actually, let me just there we go. And I think I like this better. So yeah, this is around how I shade eyes, how I draw eyes. You'll see me put the white back into the background. But yeah, this is around how I shade and draw eyes. If you want another tutorial on other stuff, you can always ask me in the comments. And you can also suggest new video ideas, because I literally don't have an idea of what to do. Anyway, I hope it helped you. And I guess that's a bye. Bye.